Hello. Today we're going to change the screen on an iPhone 5. This particular one also has a broken camera, so we're going to take care of that right away too. Okay, you're going to need Penelope driver for the two bottom screws, Phillips head screwdriver. I like to use this little pry tool, but if you don't do this often, use a plastic pry tool like so. And I like to use a pair of tweezers, just because I have sausage fingers. I like to grab the little screws with that. Okay, let's get going. You're gonna start by powering down your device and taking out your SIM card. A little SIM removal tool or a bent paper clip will do the job. There it is. Put it aside, don't lose it. Okay, there we go. Start by removing the two bottom screws. There we go. Okay, you see a lot of guys using a suction cup to take it up, but if it's cracked like this, the suction cup is not going to do it. Even with a piece of tape on it, I don't like it. So what I do is I use my little thin prying tool, and I just go in the bottom here. Don't stick it in there because you're going to damage something. Just like this, get the bottom pried up. And then the edges is just held in by clips, like it's these little metal brackets. So if I go like that, just don't go in too deep because you're going to damage something, you know. You don't want to do that. Really? Okay. The plastic little tool. There it is. Okay, you're not going to rip it off because it is attached with 3 plugs. And one of those plugs you're going to reuse. Like so. Take these 3 screws off. If you have it, you can take one of these. I like to set it like so. Boom. So you can let go of it. This screw, for some reason, is not very magnetic. And I lay my screws out in the shape of the phone, you know, so I know where they go, and I put all the parts that come off next to them. Okay, that's that. Move this. See how the clip or the bracket pops up? It hooks. It hooks into the little piece of metal here, so don't just yank it out. Be careful with everything. If it doesn't go, you're doing something wrong. Okay, then we're going to release 3 plugs. That's front-facing camera and ear speaker, and then this is either the LCD or the digitizer, and this is the LCD or digitizer. There you go. three plugs, that's it. You're going to put it to the side. Don't throw it in the trash because we're going to need some stuff from it. We're going to need the home button. We're going to need the air speaker, this metal plate. There we go. This phone also has a bad camera. Just a back camera. So we're going to replace that too. To get to that, it plugs in at the bottom of the motherboard. So you're going to take the motherboard out. And got to be a little bit careful with it. But there we go. We're going to start by removing the battery. Again, I like to lay my screws out pretty much where they go. So then when I put it back together, I now know what goes where. You see this little plate goes there. I know this screw goes in that hole, that screw goes in that hole, so on and so forth. Okay, let's see. Come on. Okay, this is the battery plug. Be gentle. You don't want to yank this stuff. Like, you want to just gently pry it up. If you yank it, there's a chance you rip the connector off. And that's a whole... You don't want to deal with that. Okay. Now the battery's glued in tight. There's a little tab here you can pull on. Sometimes it comes out, depending where the phone has been. If it's nice and warm, it doesn't come out. I'm going to apply a little bit of heat to the back. Just a little bit. Loosen, soften up the glue a little bit. Use a little pry tool. Be careful you're not hitting anything. Oh, really? There it is. Sounds a lot worse than it is. The battery to the side. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to remove these. First you're going to remove this little plug here. Okay, remove this plug. Then underneath you got these two little barrel connectors. This one and this one. These ribbons run across here. And you get this one. And that one right there. Come on. No, you want to go. There it is. I like to take them off. Don't have to. All you really need is take them, pull it up so you can access this screw. Okay. Got another plug here for the loudspeaker and charger port and fun stuff like that. Again, be gentle with it. You don't want to rip the connectors off the board. It's that, and then we have one more antenna like piece here. There it is. Okay. Now, okay. Those screws are the little screw goes on the top of them, and then you take them out with a flat head. Okay, there you go. Take good note of where these screws go. I've done quite a few of them, so I kind of know what goes where. But if you don't, if it's your first phone, take pictures, write a little diagram with little dots where the screws go, because figuring out where they go is actually harder than fixing the phone. That's just my opinion. But I'm going to leave that one up to you. See there, that screw. That screw. And then there's another one of those Phillips heady things, and it's not very magnetic either. It won't stick to the... I'm sure there's a reason for it. Apple is very smart. People at Apple are very smart, I should say. Take that off. It goes like that. Okay, so we've taken out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. Let's check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. Okay, 2 more up top here. It's a little flex cable. It's the 2 screws in the center. So it's like something is there. I don't know exactly what it is, but they need to come out. There we go. That's 1. That's the other one. Okay. Let's pry up the board now. There it is. It's right here. This cable is attached. It's a barrel connector and it's attached at the bottom. Oh wait, this is your flash and your sensor flex. They're kind of glued in, so you gotta pull that up. There we go. And then this cable plugs in at the bottom. It's a barrel connector, like I said, and being stuck on that. Just fold the board like this. There it is. That's your iPhone 5 right there. Be careful with it. Looks like somebody already did something to this phone. They bent that little piece there, which... Let's see if we can bend it back. There. Okay, that's good. What I wanted to do on this phone was change the camera. So we're gonna put the housing to the side for a second. 2 more screws. One, 2, and the cover plate falls off. Kind of keep in mind which direction it goes. It goes like that. Okay. Yep. That's the camera. This phone took quite the fall. So now when you open a camera app, like it just stays shut. So I'm hoping that it's just a camera problem, which we're going to find out by putting in a new camera here. I can get it out of the packaging. Oh, look at that. New camera is going to have, see that piece get kind of stuck on there, so I'll take that out. The new camera has that on there. If I can get it out of its packaging, that'd be nice. There it is. Okay. Camera's just plug and play. There we go. Look at that. Camera done. So really I can put the motherboard back now, so let's do that right away. Okay, this plug goes on that connector. So let's do that first. Don't forget, because it's a pain in the ass once you get all the screws in. Taking it off is really the only way to do it properly. Okay, make sure the flex cables are out of the way. This one, make sure it's not going to be stuck underneath there. These. Put that back in place later. There we go. We gotta fish that antenna wire out. There we go. Don't push hard. You don't want to crack it or bend it or break it or any funny thing like that. Like that. And I like to take one screw, an easy screw, just a regular Phillips. Goes right there. Boom. That's in place. Okay, I'm going to start by putting this antenna right here in the back. It's the little barrel connectors. So don't put it on crooked, because then you're just deforming it. You'll feel it click in. Just be careful with it and make sure you got it in the right position when you do so. When you push on it, I'm going to have to lift it up. There. That's it. But if it's crooked and you start pushing on it, you're deforming the little barrels, and they just won't go on top of each other, and it's a pain in the ass. So you want to take your time on those little things. Same for this one. Okay, let's see. We set the camera back in its proper little home. And this flash goes in the little cubby there. Okay. I'm going to put those two top screws back. Come on. Now you want to go. Find the hole. There. There we go. That's one. That's two. Okay. I'm going to grab that little cover plate here, which goes on like so. And that pushes that flash down. First, to get the bigger screw that goes in the bottom here. Just get it in the hole. Don't tighten it down all the way, so you can adjust it a little bit, you know. Which in this particular case we need to do. There it is. Gotta make sure that that little piece that's the flash sinks in nicely, you know, and then don't forget to tighten this one up. That's good. Go with that, we're good to go there. It's plugged in. Now let's go with this. I'm gonna get back to the flathead there. There we go. That's it for the weird, one more, the weird bulky screws. This one does not really want to stick to the magnet, so you just set it in the hole like so. Then we get the flathead there. It's a pain in the behind. Okay, regular Phillips head centers it a little bit better, you know. Just get it going. Really? There we go. Now finish it off with the flathead. There we go. Okay. Got my two little cables here. That's one. And then still, before you put these back, make sure this screw is in, huh? Okay. Got that covered. Again, all these are the barrel connectors. If you got to push on it hard, you're not doing it right. Something is crooked. And don't just keep pushing. You'll feel it actually click in. Okay, with that connected, we can connect this plug again. Okay, there we go. It's that. This plug goes down right. There. Okay. And now this would be the last of the, look at that screw. Okay, that's one. Now first we're going to do this little plate, which goes here. That pushes down on this plug here. Make sure it doesn't come undone. Okay. Sure you don't pinch the cable. You don't like squeeze anything else. Needs to be a little bit to the side because the screen, the frame of the new screen, it's gonna fall in like right here. This piece goes in here, so make sure there's a little bit of room there, just like that. Okay, some people are gonna like to leave it not plugged in. I like to plug it in. Just don't touch the button while you're working on the phone, just because I don't want to forget later and then close up the phone and it's not working. What? No, it's simple. We just didn't plug in the battery. Okay. Cover. Battery's plugged in. cover. That's the center one. That's the end one. There we go. Plugged in. Okay, now we move to the screen. Put the phone to the side for a minute. Okay, on the screen, you're going to want to take this, 2 screws. We'll remove the little metal plate and the actual ear speaker. I don't like to do just the glass, just because I just don't like how it turns out. I have not figured out the perfect way to put back the glue in between, like the Loca or Oka or whatever you want to call it. It's hard to put back. The price of the full assembly screens is coming down a little bit, like so. My assembly comes with without the ear speaker and without the home button. So you're going to have to take the home button and the ear speaker and front facing camera from your old screen. So let's take all that stuff, all the stuff we need off. And again, lay them out as you take them out, you know. Again, I've done quite a few of these, so I kind of am starting to know which screw goes where. So for me, it's not as hard. But if you never do this, and you have to figure out where every screw goes, like I said, it can be more of a pain than doing the actual repair. There we go. And then we get this bottom screw here. Okay, take off the home button. Okay, this is where a lot of people go wrong. They pull this too hard. See this piece, this section right here, is glued down. It's glued down pretty tight. So this comes up, you don't want to just yank it. You want to somehow get under that little, see the flathead screwdriver from this side might work. No, that's Phillips. Flathead screwdriver from this side might work. Just make sure you don't tear this. You could buy a new one. The parts are not that expensive. I just like to reuse the original where possible, you know. There we go, that's that. Comes up nicely. I want to take the home button. There it is. Okay, I just took out the screws so we can remove this metal plate. Okay, and the last thing we're going to take is this little assembly. Again, these two little pieces of copper connections for the ear speaker, they are glued down. In this particular case, you can get under right here. Just gently pry it up. There it is. It folds back. There it is. Camera, like the, what do you call it? It's the noise cancelling microphone. Goes right here. And then, if you have not already dropped it, there's this little piece of plastic that goes here. I take that and put it back. Again, Apple is very smart. The people at Apple are very smart. So everything in that phone is there for a reason. You take the camera ring, And this. Everything here is there for a reason. So if I have a way to put it back, put it back. Okay, now we're done with this screen. Put it to the side, throw it out, whatever you want to do with it. Okay, make sure you don't cut yourself in any of this glass. Okay, the new screen. I'm going to start by removing this piece of plastic. It's not supposed to go in the phone, it's just protection. You could leave it on a little bit longer, but then I forget, I put the plate on and we're just not having fun. Okay, let's see. Front facing camera here. There's a little piece of rubber here. That's the ear speaker hole and that's for the microphone. So we're gonna lay these pieces in here. Camera ring goes there. Just the way you took it out. Okay, the microphone goes in that little hole. And then the camera obviously goes in this hole and this thing goes there. And then that glues down there. Okay, it's there. Now I grab this little piece I took out. That goes right up there. Then you get your ear speaker. These two little springs are the connectors. The two springs go there. And then where the sound comes out is right here, goes right there. Like okay, sorry for my big head in the way here, but I'm gonna take a quick look. Okay, there we go. Let me take the cover. Okay, sorry for the little edit there. I'm shooting this video with a Galaxy S3 and my memory was full. So we're back. Okay, this is still in place. You put the little metal cover on. Make sure everything stays in place. Take the long screw that goes at the top here. Put that in. You don't crank it down all the way. Just make sure it goes in the hole properly. Really. Like that. About 2 turns. Put this one in. Oh, shit. Oh, wait. See, I'm getting distracted. Put this one in. There we go. Down. Get a little metal plate. It goes in with the little plastic tab facing up. You have to slide it under. Like so. Okay. Then we put this one in. Straighten it all out a little bit. See, you want it to be nice and straight, not all. If you tighten this one, it starts all bending and out of shape. It needs to be on there, but not like you're not going to be hanging on it, you know. It just needs to be there, and the connection here needs to be made for the speaker. The camera needs to be held in place. Okay, that's good. I'm going to move on here to the screws for the plate. This one is the bottom. Goes right here. These little ones go on the side. Okay, that's good. Okay, home button. First, the actual button. The little gasket. You know, I like to check on the other side to make sure that the little square is actually square to the phone, which it is. Okay, there we go. We get the flex. Two screws. Push this down. It sticks down right there. Usually there's still a little bit sticky left underneath. In this particular case there is. If not, you can put a piece of tape, but you don't have to. Okay, let me not forget here. Screw. Up top here. This plastic tab there. Okay, screen is reassembled. I like to work on a light surface, so if I miss a screw like I just did with this screw, I can see it, you know, it's fairly clear. Okay, this stuff put together, I like to fold this tab a little bit so it doesn't get stuck at the top. You're going to grab your phone, and I don't know how good you guys can see this, but these hook it to the frame here, so you pretty much set it down like that and plug it in. It's a bit of a pain. I think these plugs are a little finicky. Don't push too hard like it should. Just you'll feel it when you're right. You're right. You know, when it's plugged in right. See, I'm off a little bit here. There we go. That's. Come on. You know you want to go. Okay. It's on, but you gotta make sure that that's it. You can feel it click. It needs to be nice and flush and flat, because else it just won't work. There we go. That's one. That's two. That's three. Plugged in nice and tight. Now I like to get my little stick again, like so I can just let go of it. Don't let it fall, because that'll, well, that's just not good. See, little connector, little hooks grab into the little metal here. Again, I have sausage fingers, so okay, we're back. Shooting the video during business hours. The phone rings every now and then. Okay, this little metal plate is going to hook right. Needs to go up a little bit. It's going to hook right there and push down. Okay. There we go. I like to start with that one because the one in the corner is the one that doesn't want to stick to the magnetized screwdriver. So that's that. We get that one. That's it. Take my little stick away. Now, make sure this is not stuck in between, and make sure that the top is nice, tight, going in like that. Make sure it goes like that. There we go. Like you don't want to, you want to kind of have it click in. It's going down from the top. See there, it clicks in nicely. Bottom. See the top needs a little nudge up. So what I like to do is pry it forward a little bit. Just be careful. Don't stick your stuff in there too deep. Click, click. Okay, that was another phone call. Screen is in. Okay, now we put back SIM card. You want to do that before the phone power's on? Come on. SIM is in. Get the two bottom screws going here. Don't try to crank them too tight because they strip easy. Penelope. There we go. Okay. There's the good old apple.
How you doing, boss?
There she is. Okay, there she is. Screen works. Let's check the camera. Camera works. It's opening up. Perfect. Thank you very much for watching. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate that. If you have any questions, please leave a comment or go to my website, sdcellphonerepair.com, and get my phone number to call me. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day and good luck on your repair. Thanks. Till the next one.